Okay. All right. Okay, so sorry guys, I didn't realize I was recording already. So, pardon my messy hair because I just ended like a full day of readings, which I love. I love spending time with you guys, having one-on-one time. But okay, let me keep it short. I'm gonna talk about twin flames. Twin flames is something that I haven't been actively covering a lot on my YouTube content and my social media. I've only been doing weekly readings and energy check-ins on. Oh my god, what's going on? Hold on. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so what I was saying is that I've been doing weekly check-ins, and here is a very quick breakdown on twin flames, right? I don't want to go so deep on like how do you identify twin flames because it's content that you can actually find quite easily on YouTube already. You don't really need this video to tell you how do I identify if this is a twin flame connection or not. This video serves as a reminder that to not be distracted by the obsession, by the intensity of the soul connection. I have to say that it is so important to release the labels of twin flames. Like, yeah, he's my twin flame, she's my twin flame, they are my twin flame, whatever. Sorry, super oily because like, super tired. But the ultimate goal, let us not to forget that the ultimate goal here with twin flames is still going back to the first mission that we've seen from when you first discovered that it's a twin flame connection, which is spiritual growth. It is about healing, right? You can go back many times together, and every time it's gonna feel like, oh my god, like this time seems to be the time that we'll finally be okay. We will finally make progress. And then what happens? I'm sure you already know. A little thing can trigger the hell out of both of you. A very minor misstep is enough to turn things around, right? And in terms of like making it horrible again. So the important aspect here is that especially if you have been the empath here, which I think highly likely you are because my frequencies, I tend to connect with people who are the empaths in the twin flame connection. But you could be, I don't know, anyone else, right, in who identifies that you are in a twin flame connection. But ultimately, it is about separating yourself from the connection. Do not see your person as like, how do I put it in a very realistic way? Without it sounding very like woo-woo, is that remove the labels first and just see them as a human being first. See them as human beings, see them for their actions, and see yourself as a player in this connection. How have you been acting? Are you still so cooped up with the idea that you guys have to end up together and this is the love of your life? If you find yourself still holding that belief that this is the person for me, we are having all these issues because this and that, I'm still holding to every single statement that this person has said to me, you have not even moved past the first few cycles. In order for you to break out of it, you have to truly embody the idea of understanding that there already is union in the astral realm, in any freaking realm that you can't see, whatever realm that you resonate with. Okay, I'm not gonna act like I know everything, right? So, turn to other channels such as what do you call that? Sacred Soul Rising. She does a lot of very good content on twin flame unions and stuff like that. But see, here's the contradiction. If you do somehow still hold on to the thought that you guys would be in union, you're still trying to go after union, it is unlikely that the union will then happen. Okay, that's why I say it's contradicting. When it comes to with twin flames, you know what? To put it simply, it's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna fuck you up so bad that you would constantly dwell on, are we gonna end up together? Why is this person like that? This person's horrible. This person sucks, but I still love this person. I still care for this person, whatever. Then this is a reminder that we still have issues to fix. And if we haven't worked towards self truly 100% doing things only because we want to be better, not to get someone back into our lives, not to trigger someone's attention, to get that person's attention, then you have somehow made progress. If you still find yourself wanting your person to acknowledge you, to validate you, to come back to you, to tell you that they love you, then you haven't even moved past the first cycle. Okay, so I think this is a reminder for some of you out there who happens to chance upon this video. However, so I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this, to be honest, but there is a message here, right? To kind of get your shit together. Like if you find yourself to seemingly have made progress in the last few months and only to go right back into your hellhole of wanting union again, that is not a twin flame journey then. You are not really proceeding. And you know what the scary part is? You could live your entire life stuck in this cycle. You could live your entire life waiting for something to happen with this person. And it just never does because you never change. And then what happens? In the next life, in alternate lives, you get right into this cycle and it gets worse. Okay, but let's say you're not a believer of like a past life, whatever, and you only care about this life, then all the more you should put in the work to really focus on yourself and ask yourself, like, where have I yet to heal? Where have I yet to turn that attention and focus inward to ask yourself, why am I still attracted to this person who doesn't really want me? Yes, a lot of contradictions. Yeah, I know. I have to clarify. You do feel it, you do understand it, you can feel it on an energetic level, a soul level, that your person does care about you and they do want to be with you. I get it. But actions, what's the reality? Your person's still rejecting it. Your person's still exercising free will to say no. You have to accept that this is the free will that they have chosen. And the only thing you can do then, live a better life for yourself. Remove yourself from a twin flame connection. First, remove yourself from that label. Remove your person from the pedestal that you've put them on. That pedestal that you feel that no other love can be better than this. That is the first thing to recognize. And once you have fully accepted that, and I mean fully, truly thinking that this is not the best love that you deserve. Honestly speaking, do you think this is the best love that you deserve? We gotta raise our standards higher, guys, okay, in twin flames. If you're still stuck in the same cycle, you have to get your shit together. You have to raise your standards higher. You have to detach. And you have to realize that you're worth so much more. And the fact that you're still holding on to this is avoidant. Why is it avoidant? Because you are not looking inward to ask yourself, then why am I still holding on to it? I don't want to do the work. I don't want to put in the work to heal. I don't want to face my past wounds. I don't want to recognize that I still have issues. I'm putting all my energy in obsessing over this. And do you realize that your conscious decision to obsess over this, or even if it's subconscious decision to obsess over this connection, over your person, is escapism? It is you removing yourself and just conveniently thinking that I don't need to deal with this, I just need to worry about my person. My person's going to come back to me and we'll be happy forever. Like my person's the one with the issues, they are the avoidant ones. Why can't they just be better? Turn all those problems and questions inward and ask yourself, then why? Why are you still allowing this person in your life? Precisely the fact that you have not changed. You have made progress, yes, but is your progression consistent? Is your progression constant in the bigger picture? Are you actively really working through things that you have already realized in the first time that you realize that this is a twin flame connection? Are those wounds healed? Or are you still constantly obsessing over your person, whether that person's going to come to you? The truth is, you too have issues. We all have issues. And the fact that we are not changing, the fact that we are not really looking at this from a different perspective and fully accepting the fact that we might not end up together this lifetime. The only goal here is to accept that we might not end up together this lifetime, and I'm going to be okay with it. I'm going to live my best life, and I'm not going to be waiting anymore. Don't be waiting, all right?